Good evening. Just on my evening walk in the woods. I've made it down to the river and I thought I'd walk you back up to the house. There's a very strange noise coming from up there in the trees somewhere. I'll let you just listen a minute. Hear it? Something's up there. Could be a jay. We've got a lot of very shouty, loud jays around here. Could be a squirrel. Could be a baby red kite or a baby buzzard. Not altogether sure. But what I do know is that it's getting quite dark. It's about 8:30. Maybe a little bit later, maybe 9:15. And it starts to get quite dark in the forest, obviously. And this is when the forest really comes alive. Sorry, big jumps there to get over those stones. Yeah, so I'm down by the river's edge here. But yeah, I'm aware that it's a little bit dark on the screen. It looks really dark, so I'll make my way out of the forest and down the track. I thought it would be nice to do, a later evening stroll, because like I say, this is when the forest really wakes up and we start to really hear sounds in the woods. And gets the heart racing a little bit sometimes, especially when you're out here on your own. Oh, just there is there's some fox dens around here, and actually that tree there is where we set up the trail camera. We didn't actually get any footage from that trail camera, but we'll set it up again without a doubt. We've just had a really busy few days, so I haven't had a chance to set it up again. I just have to climb over this tree, so bear with me a sec. And I don't know if you can get a sense of the incline here, but it was very, very steep. Oh, I'll look back down where we just came up. It's extremely steep, which is why I'm a bit out of breath. So I'll just carry on going up. This is the trail, the path that we've made through the woods that we initially thought was the right of way, but it turns out it's not. The right of way is further up at the top. Actually, where I took the photos yesterday, that I posted yesterday, that's where the right of way is. And it is, it's a tough walk. It's a tough walk. Like, it's really quite difficult to navigate, so not quite sure what we're going to do about that at this stage. Look at the river down there. Come surprisingly far up in a short space of time, because our land is really steep in some places. Just have to balance a sec. Oh, to get down there. It would be simpler, but see, this tree has come down over the path, and so you can't go straight through. You have to go up and round past that root ball. So that's what makes that bit a bit trickier. If we could go straight through there, it would be easier. But there's a big tree. So, with these big trees that have fallen, it's so tempting to rush out and chop them up and bring them back for firewood. And I think there are some trees where we'll do that. But, as well, we want to respect the ecosystem. So, and fallen trees are really important for the ecosystem. So, the little microhabitats and such things. So, we're trying to be quite sensitive to that and leave a good proportion of them lying where they fall. Yeah, we were having a conversation yesterday, myself and Jem, about the trees that we will need to fell some trees on the terraces beyond the house, by the side of the house, but we will do it in the gentlest way possible, if that's not a contradiction in terms. But we won't be pulling out any roots, so we'll be taking off the heads of the trees, but leaving the roots in the ground so that either they can rot there or they can regrow, and then once they regrow we'll manage them. And also we won't take anything off the land in terms of the wood. We'll either use the wood, we'll use some of it for burning, but there's a big proportion of it that we will actually just leave on the land. Even though we're cutting the tree down, we'll use it for making raised beds or edging pathways, that kind of thing, or the smaller branches can be chipped and used for mulch. So yeah, we don't want to do anything drastic really, although some of the trees will need to come down, and it's really only the ones, there's some that pose a threat, you know, they're a danger, hanging over the road, hanging over the house, hanging over somebody else's shed. So it's those ones really that we need to take action on, but wherever possible we'll do it, you know, as mindfully as we can. I just thought I'd bring you up here quickly. I don't know how much memory I've got left on my phone, but and I don't know how much you're going to be able to see as well in this light, but just up there, let me get my bearings. Just up there is the cavern, and I haven't mentioned the cavern now for quite a while, but I did just want to say that we had a neighbour come round a few weeks back now, and we showed them up there, and he suggested that it might be a well or a spring that's had a structure put on top of it, and I think he's hit the nail on the head. I'm thinking that might be what it is. It makes sense because our house is very, very old. It's much older than we realised when we bought it. We've dated it back to the mid 1800s, but it's possible that it goes further back than that. And so in those times, of course, they wouldn't have had mains water. They would have had to have had a well of some sort. And it's got a pipe running from it. I think I showed in one of my videos of the cavern. It's got a pipe running from it, and we think that piped the water to the house. And also, I think I've mentioned before that there's always water running down this track. It never stops, even though we've had a drought and hardly any rain. It never stops running down, and I think that's because it's coming from the spring. So that makes sense. We haven't had it confirmed yet, but it certainly makes sense that that's probably what it is. In which